Hello everyone, Shazam here again. Sorry I've been away for some time, been having a lot of work, but I'm back with a new video about nature transformations. A pretty simple concept with not much on it, but still rich in its own way. So let's get started, shall we? Nature transformation works by the user converting their own chakra inside their body into a certain element and discharging it. There are 5 basic nature transformations, being fire release or Keton, wind release or Phuton, lightning release or Raiton, earth release or Doton, and water release or Suiton. In that order, each element is a hard counter to the other. So fire counters wind, wind counters lightning, lightning counters earth, earth counters water, and water counters fire. So in a way, they're the same as real life elements. Now let's talk about affinity to a certain element. According to Yamato, every person has an affinity to one of those basic transformations, and he noted that the Uchiha clan all possess a fiery nature, which is why they excel at fire release. But how does one know what nature their chakra has affinity to? Kakashi shows Naruto a litmus paper that reacts to chakra. Those papers are made from a unique species of trees that absorb chakra in order to grow, and they react to it. So by running one's chakra into it, they can find out. The way it works is simple. As I mentioned above, one runs their chakra through it, and depending on the result, chakra nature is determined. If the paper wrinkles, the nature is lightning. If it tears, then the nature is wind. If it burns, then it's obviously fire. Water nature makes the paper wet. I'm probably a water type then. Anyway, earth nature results in the paper crumbling. However, there are other elements such as yin and yang release, or light and dark chakra, and there isn't much said about them in the series. There are also combinations in elements called Kekkei Genkai, which I'll talk about in another video. Mastering a nature element takes years to accomplish according to Kakashi, but by the time one makes it to Jonin, they'd likely be able to use 2 or more of those. But why does one need nature transformation when they have the tools to replace them, like paper bombs instead of fire or blades instead of wind? Simple. It's because the quality of chakra is what determines the winner in a battle between 2 opponents using the same nature transformation. The better wind style user will win, as Asuma puts it, the sharper blade always wins. Now how does mastering nature transformation help with techniques? Pure chakra could be used as a means of offense like the Rasengan, but adding nature to it increases the damage, and the kind of damage depends on the nature transformation. For example, Chidori was created by Kakashi as a result of his inability to add his lightning nature into the Rasengan, which speaks volumes about how strong the Rasengan is, considering its only manipulation of chakra shape without nature, and is still stronger than Chidori. He converts his chakra into lightning and then shapes it however he likes for efficient use, depending on how he'd use it, as in range and power, which is a blade shape in Kakashi's case. According to Kakashi, those who can manipulate both the form and chakra nature simultaneously are uncommon. He himself couldn't add his chakra nature to the condensed pure form of chakra, neither could Minato, the 4th Hokage. The Rasen Shuriken was the result of successfully adding wind nature to the Rasengan, and it was a very powerful technique. Showed massive improvement from the Rasengan by dealing severe cellular damage through almost infinite attacks that can't be tracked even by the Sharingan. Practice for those techniques involved trying to channel the chakra into objects like leaves or water, at least in wind chakra's case. The amount of that specific element released is dependent on the body's ability to convert exactly that much chakra into it, but in some cases manipulation of the element when it's present could be a means to boost it, like in the case of Kirin. That was also implied when an Anbu member noted Tobirama's extraordinary skill when he managed to conjure a large amount of water in a place where water was absent. However, even manipulation of the surrounding elements isn't much less taxing on the body than creating them, as Naruto can channel all the wind surrounding him obviously. And in another case, earth release is mainly used in manipulating rocks, in other words, earth bending. Members who could use it have shown different capabilities in the size of rocks they could manipulate. Finally, there is yin and yang release, or shadow style, Inton, and light style, Yoton, not to be confused with lava release. These are techniques requiring chakra conversion, but into things other than elements. Toby describes yin release to be power that governs imagination and is founded upon mental energy that is likely genjutsu, as the second Mizukage also implied the heavy involvement of yin release with genjutsu. Toby also describes yang release as power founded upon physical energy, and they govern life. The best example and the only official yang release technique is the Akimichi clan's expansion technique. Yin release also includes the Nara clan's shadow manipulation secret techniques. As for healing, that's a tricky one. The Byakugo, which is a seal associated with healing, has another name, which is Yin Seal, but I believe since Yang is the power that governs life and that it's physical, I'd say healing leans more towards being a Yang release ability. But both Tsunade and Sakura have both yin and yang release, which is odd, but I know for a fact that it can't be composed of both, as it's only something someone with the Sage of Six Paths power could do. It's also worth mentioning that Kyuubi has two halves, a yin half which is sealed inside Minato, and a yang half which is sealed inside Naruto, and is what gave enough life for Yamato's wood to grow trees. I'm not sure about the rest of the Biju though. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed and I hope I haven't missed anything. If I did, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.